We have two very special guests in the Dome today. More is coming up.
It's warm outside, but we'll get into that later.
And I got some safety tips for spring break travel. MSU Inside Out starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MSU Inside Out. I'm Jay Lurvey, joined with Alexus Arthur. How you doing, Lexi?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Emily Medallin wasn't able to join us again this week. We wish her a speedy recovery. We hope she's feeling better real soon.
Oh,
yeah.
Not good.
It's been a couple weeks. Yeah.
Hopefully she feels better.
I'm sure she will. So welcome to the host desk.
Thank you. It's a little different than
Yeah,
news.
but sit up higher.
That's true. I don't know. Still pretty short.
All right, so what do we got going on today, Alexis?
Yeah, we got lots going on today. We got sports. We actually have two guests in the Dome today.
Cool.
So I think we're going to head there right away with Nolan, starting with sports. So kind of switching it up a little bit. But,
right
on. To you, Nolan.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, welcome inside the MSU Dome, where it's been a pretty busy week here with the Region 6 basketball tournament, Class B boys basketball tournament, I should say, going on. We're going to touch on that a little bit later in sports, but first we're going to go way down south to Florida to talk about the MSU softball team. They're down there playing their annual spring trip. They started off with a couple of games today, actually, and first one didn't go the way they wanted it to go, as they would drop the first one to Northwoods 9-6, and they would come up with a big win against Wilmington University, a 10-1 win in game number 2. We'll take a look at the games they have tomorrow. They'll play a morning doubleheader. At 9 a.m., they play Lock Haven University, and they'll follow it up right after that with one against Philadelphia University. Also down in Florida, a little bit of Grapefruit League action as the Yankees took on the O's today as we head into the park for this one. In the top of the first, Jacoby Ellsbury, Rob Refsnyder on for Starlin Castro. He would rip one to left over the head of L.J. Hose, and it would go all the way to the wall, allowing Ellsbury to score, and it would put Refsnyder to third for Aaron Hicks, who would ground out to Jonathan Scope, still in the first, as Refsnyder would score on that one. Yankees take a 2-0 lead early, jump to the bottom half of the first inning as Adam Jones steps to the dish, and he would take the Brian Mitchell offering the other way and deep over the wall and right to get the Orioles on the board. As we'll take a look at the final score, the Yankees and the Orioles would end up tying in this one. Of course, they don't use extra innings in spring training. More baseball action on the other side of the country when we talk about spring baseball is the MSU baseball team, as they will take off on Wednesday, I do believe, to head down to Tucson for their spring trip, play 5 games down there, the first of which is against Northern State. On the 17th, they'll play Antelope Valley. On the 18th, they got a doubleheader against Northern State and Valley City State, and they'll finish things up on the 19th versus Hastings College as we jump to what we were talking about earlier, Region 6 boys basketball championship tonight. Our Redeemers is taking on Bishop Ryan Lions, a rematch of the district final a couple of weeks ago. That'll go at 7:30 tonight. Standing by is Autumn Roll with a little bit more on that. Autumn.
Thanks, Nolan. I'm here with our Redeemers head coach, Jeremy Feller. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so what's your strategy going into this championship game?
I think we need to do a better job of controlling the tempo. I thought Ryan in the district tournament did a great job of doing what they wanted and ultimately making us settle for stuff. So we just got to come out a little bit more aggressive on both ends of the floor and set a tone and get up and defend. The defense is going to be big for us tonight, as it has been in all the games. We've defended very well, and offensively we need to trust our shots and trust our offense. So.
Okay, defense, and your team is currently ranked second in the state. What does this mean to you?
it's been a long road. This is my 8th year, and our first couple years, we won 3 games and then 5 games, and then every year it was just kind of a building process where we did a little bit more each year. And to be in the poll now, it's been nice. We haven't really discussed the numbers much. We've just trying to stay focused on our opponent. But at the end of the day, when you look back on the season, it's kind of nice to be where we are right now. And win or lose tonight, the kids had a great season, and they need to enjoy that.
Okay, thanks, Jeremy. And I learned that you were a former MSU basketball player. How does it feel to be back in your old stomping ground?
Yeah, I had a great time here, great 4 years, and it was fun playing in the Dome in front of a lot of people, and it's fun to be back here. This is our second straight trip to regionals here at the Dome, and it's been a fun atmosphere to play in. It reminded me a lot of our days when the Dome was full and playing, and people were cheering loud, and just a great atmosphere. It's a great facility to have, and we're really hoping that we can extend our season and come back and play a state tournament here next weekend.
All right, sounds good. Good luck on the game tonight. So you guys, tonight at MSU Dome, 7:30, be sure to come out and support the 2 best teams in the state. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Autumn. We wish both teams the best of luck in their upcoming games. Well, we've had to send Alexus back to the desk so she can do what she's supposed to do. Alexus?
I know, I'm back here now, but I got some good stuff.
Yeah,
good things happened this weekend.
We had some pretty good athletes over at the Dome this weekend, too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to tell you guys about it.
Right on.
I'm just going to jump right into it.
Cool.
The annual Special Olympics basketball tournament was held in Minot this weekend. It's an event that provides fun and competition for athletes and requires many volunteers to make it happen. Marcia Schneider has been a volunteer coach for more than 30 years and has made Special Olympics a family tradition. Schneider's 2 daughters are now coaches in their hometowns, and her son has been an active member in the Olympic Games for a decade. She says that having her daughters and her son participate in Special Olympics makes this more meaningful because she sees what a positive impact it has on her family.
I'm going to say I get more out of it than they do. That's probably what keeps me coming back. And that's because they are truly friends, and they appreciate what you're doing. And that's not something we run into every day when we go to our work and our jobs and our community activities.
Dozens of volunteers worked Friday and Saturday to help put on the Special Olympics again this year in Minot. The Minot Association of Builders Home and Garden Show worked on preparing families for home projects in the upcoming year. This being the 41st annual show, they focused on providing more vendors that are showcasing hands-on demonstrations to the community. Vendors traveled from all over North Dakota to explain how their business can make home improvements just a little simpler. The unique part about the show is that it is also a learning experience for guests. Many of the visitors don't realize how small changes can make large improvements when it comes to keeping your home safe and looking nice. Overall, the Home and Garden Show had contractor security, landscape company vendors to help make choices easier for their homeowners.
The contractors coming down and vendors showing what they have available and what they can do, and a place for people to get together with different contractors and hopefully set something up for this summer or maybe next.
The Home and Garden Show continued through the entire weekend at the State Fair Center. The Minot State University hockey team have made it to the Nationals in Illinois, but that hasn't stopped the Beaver fans from watching the games. At the MSU Beaver Dam, fans were spread out anxious to watch the semifinals as their Minot State Beavers took on the Iowa State Cyclones. The dam had free food and then turned down the lights, and they brought up the big screen for viewers to watch 60 minutes of hockey action.
It's just great that our team has made it to the national tournament, and that's a pretty regular occurrence. But I've attended the national tournament, and it's an awesome atmosphere, and it's very exciting, and we're trying to bring some of that back here to the campus.
The Beavers unfortunately lost against the Cyclones in the semifinals. MSU Life has a fun night planned for college students. At 8 p.m. in the Beaver Dam, all college kids can come out and build a bear for free with their MSU IDs. The university will provide the bears and the stuffing, but students should make sure to show up early to get their pick of their new furry friend. And that's all we have for today, Jay.
All right. That was...
So, lots of fun stuff, but I definitely think students should head out to the dam, go build a bear.
I've done that several times since I have kids, and it's always been fun.
It's always a fun experience.
I have a rabbit named Macchiato.
That's a very interesting name.
All right. Thanks, Alexus.
No problem.
All right. Coming up next on MSU Inside Out, Gemma's going to have a longer look at weather, and Alexus sits down with Keith Ailes to talk about his senior project.
American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Located on South Broadway.
Artmain, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located at 13th Main Street, South Minot.
Badlands Grill, featuring steak, seafood, chicken, pasta, and classic comfort food. At Badlands, everyone is welcome.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, the sports restaurant experience where everyone is a VIP. BW&R goes way beyond just Buffalo Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, and sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Center for Extended Learning, reaching across the state of North Dakota and beyond. The Minot State University Center for Extended Learning empowers you to choose your educational path.
Digital Office Center, technology solutions for every business need. Located in Minot and Bismarck.
El Azteca, authentic Mexican cuisine, fresh and fast. Fiance Bridal, located in downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
iHeartMedia, providing multi-platform advertising and marketing opportunities for partners and world-class entertainment for listeners.
Jacobson Music, a family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ-FM, Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMA, Mix 99.9, Minot's best music mix.
KYYZ, FM 97 kicks today's hot new country.
KZTR FM 105.3 The Fox, Minot's rock station.
MSU Beaver Hockey. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
MSU's Theater Department, offering the highest quality of entertainment at Minot State. Enjoy. We'll see you at the theater.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest to connect under one roof.
Minot Plumbing, from winter chills through the dog days of summer. Our primary goal at Minot Plumbing and Heating is to keep your home comfortable for you and your family.
Pepsi, the local Pepsi-Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas in Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, and Bottineau.
Pita Pit, fresh thinking, healthy eating, located on South Broadway.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
Red Green, Minot State's official student-run newspaper.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located at Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast, mixing Mexican and Western flavor.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agencies handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com. Watney Realtors Carrie Montoya, located on Northwest Broadway.
Welcome back to MSU Inside Out on KMSU Channel 19. Well, next week is a week we've all been waiting for at Minot State University. I went out onto the quad to see what people had planned. So classes, projects, and tests. The students of Minot State University are ready for a break. Spring break, that is.
I'm going to go to Canada with some friends and, see what Canada's like, go to a gift shop so I can bring something back to my family and be like, hey, I went out of the country for once.
I'm going back home to Mexico City. I'm leaving on this Saturday, and I'll have fun there with some friends and visit my family too.
I plan on going to Hawaii to see my family and my sister. Of course, I haven't seen her in 3 years.
I'm going to Chicago with the Lutheran Campus Ministry Group for spring break. We'll be there for a week.
Going to New York for the weekend, and then I'm going to Philly for the week.
The big question is, when you're planning your trip, be it stateside or abroad, are you thinking about safety?
Sometimes I think about safety, but most of the time, I'm kind of a safe person in general, so I don't think anything's bad's going to happen.
Well, I know everything there. It's not really that safe, but it's not really that bad neither. So
I have to, because my coach is like, oh, make sure you don't do anything stupid so you come back in one piece.
Just keep your stuff on you. Don't leave anything out of your back pocket. Don't know your surroundings, know your peripherals, and don't walk at night with headphones on or anything like that.
When you're from small town North Dakota, you want to think about
Don't be an idiot.
But not everybody can go on an exotic adventure.
Okay, well, for spring break, I'm actually staying here because I have to work.
I'm going to work because college is expensive.
Those are all great tips from Minot State University students, especially Leafs. Don't be an idiot. If your plans do involve travel, I do have some more safety tips for you. If you're planning on flying to your next destination, make sure you stay alert at the airport and watch your bags, laptop, computers carefully at all times. Don't let anybody but uniformed airline personnel handle your bags. Watch out for staged mishaps like someone bumping into you or spilling a drink. This is often a ploy to divert your attention. Make sure you carry your purses or bags close to your body or your wallet on your front inside pocket. Better yet, wear a money pouch underneath your clothes. Make a separate record of the contents of your checked luggage and keep anything of value in a carry-on that stays with you. Avoid displaying expensive cameras, jewelry, and luggage that might draw attention. You should try to blend in with the crowd. If you're going to be driving to your destination, make sure you're familiar with your travel route. Get a map and study it. If you do have a rental car, make sure it's in good operating condition. Learn how to operate the windows, door locks, and other equipment before you leave the lot. Keep your maps and rental agreements concealed. Don't leave them lying out for anybody to see. Keep your car doors locked while you're driving and store your luggage in the trunk. When you park, make sure you're in a well-lit area, close to building entrances and walkways. Have your keys ready when you approach your car and check the back seat and floors before you get in. If you are bumped by another car, think before you get out. If you are in doubt or uncomfortable, signal to the other driver to follow you to a nearby police station or a busy, well-lit area where it's safe to get out. Once you're at the hotel, make sure the hotel personnel write down your number rather than saying it out loud for others to see or hear. Never leave your luggage unattended. Keep your doors and windows locked and use all the door locks. Make sure you know the location of fire exits, elevators, public phones in case of emergency. And make sure your room door has an indoor viewer and a deadbolt lock. Keep your valuables in the hotel safe. Still better, leave the jewelry in the safe at home. Ask hotel staff about the safety of the neighborhood and where areas are to be avoided. Before you take a cab, ask the staff about destinations and estimated cost. Also, verify who's at your door. Do not open the door to someone you don't know. If an unexpected visitor claims to be a hotel employee, call the front desk to make sure. Don't display your room keys in public or leave them at the restaurant tables, at the swimming pool, or in other places where they can be easily stolen. And if you do lose your plastic key card to your room, make sure you get a newly keyed card. So if you do travel this spring break, make sure you have fun, stay safe, and as my mom always told me, make good choices.
And now we're back. Thanks, Jay, for all of those incredible spring break tips. I will definitely take them into consideration. Right now, I have Keith Ailes with me, a senior at Minot State University. You're going to be graduating soon. How exciting is that?
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, I've been here. It's been a great experience so far here at MSU. I've been here for about 3 years, but you know, I'm ready to kind of get into the real world and start getting after it.
Yeah. So one of the big things in the broadcasting department is doing a senior recital. So can you just tell me a little bit about what your senior recital is this year?
Yeah, so for my senior project, I did kind of a mini documentary about my story and my family's battle with multiple sclerosis and kind of how tying that into kind of my baseball career and how I look at life and just kind of how I go about life. So, you know, I've always been really into making little videos and putting them to music and kind of making feel-good videos. So this is a little bit different than any of my other projects I've ever done, a little bit longer. Being a mini documentary, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to show it. You know, a lot of hours put into it, and it's kind of everything that I've learned here at Minot State, here in the broadcasting department, with how to set up shots, filming and doing interviews and audio equipment and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited to show everyone.
Yeah, so you said that this is a little bit different than, some of the other things that you've done, and I would assume that's because you do have a connection with it. So what has it been like being able to work on something that really does have a personal meaning to you?
Being so personal, it's made it easier. It's been easier but harder. So it's a very personal project. Losing my mother to MS and my dad also having MS, but through that process, it's kind of made my vision for what I wanted the project to turn out and kind of the emotions that I wanted to hit during the project that much easier. Being able to have the resources of everything here in the broadcasting department made it much easier. And just being from the beautiful Bozeman, Montana, I had a lot of scenic shots I could get out and get, and it turned out a little bit better than I thought it would. So I believe I'll be presenting March 23rd here at the Alshire. So if anyone's around.
Yeah, well, I hope people do go see it. It'll be really good. What are you hoping people get out of it, leaving after seeing the video? What do you want people to leave with?
I just want people to look at life a little bit different way. If you look at if you go online, any social media these days, everyone's complaining and whining, and just walking down the hallway, you just hear people kind of complaining about everything, and life really isn't so bad, and that's kind of what I wanted to put in perspective with this video, and kind of put in perspective of how other people's lives are affected by different things, and how you recover from that, and kind of how you build as a person. And I think it's really important for people to kind of see things like this and build themselves up each day. And I just hope that people can look at life a little bit differently and maybe live each day like it's their last, and live life to the fullest after they see this.
Yeah. Do you know how long the video is about?
It's about 20 minutes. About
20 minutes. And how long would you say it took you to make this whole video?
Oh man, I don't know how many hours I stood in front of the MacBook, eyes fried, but I'd say it was a good 30 hours or so. It was a lot of time between the filming and the interviewing and the editing, especially. If you ask anyone in this department, sitting down and piecing footage together to make it perfect with the audio right and the lighting right and the effects right, it takes a long time. So there's a lot of work that goes into all these projects, as we all know.
Yeah. How are you planning on using this video in your future?
I'm going to send it to the National MS Society and hopefully get it out to the public. And I just really want to raise awareness for such a terrible disease, and hopefully kind of change people's lives, change people's perspectives. And, that's the goal. And I know I'm going to show it to my baseball team here at Minot State, and hopefully kind of give them also a perspective on life, and how lucky we are to be college athletes and play college baseball and that sort of thing. So I'd really like to mainly raise awareness of multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, and just kind of wrapping up, when is this going to be presented again?
March 23rd, which is a Wednesday, at 3 p.m. here at the Alshire Theater.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. 23rd, 3 p.m. in the Alshire Theater. Do not miss it. It's going to be hopefully a very good video. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Congratulations on your 4 years at Minot State. And up next we have weather with Gemma. So it's been pretty nice out.
It's been fabulous out. I know a bunch of friends and I got together and we played some yard games and had a grand old time, and then the weather kind of dipped back down, but
I'm hoping it's going to go back up.
It is looking good. The future is looking good considering this kind of weird spring that we're having.
I'm not going to
I don't know if you can call it spring yet, but
I'm going to call it spring. I hope it stays. So
yeah, me too.
Let us know what we got going on for this coming week.
We'll get right to it at the Weather Center. Considering that there is a little bit of wind outside, it's still pretty warm, only dropping the temperature down to about 2 degrees lower than what you'd think it would feel like. Feels like 59, it's actually 61. And once again, it is 16 mile per hour winds. Looking into the Friday temps, we see that we've got the 60s all across the board. We see a little bit of sun in a little bit of clouds in Minot and Williston. Bismarck is getting close to 70 degrees. Hopefully we'll see it breaks 70 there. Grand Forks and Fargo, super warm and sunny there as well. On to Saturday's temperatures. We see Grand Forks and Fargo still saying pretty sunny. However, into the western region of the state, we see Minot, Williston, Dickinson, and Bismarck all still cloudy. Bismarck, however, does break 70. They get to 72, so it's a good day to be there. All still like Minot and Dickinson. I mean, even Williston, considering the temperatures that we're used to during this time of year, are all still very warm. On to Sunday. There we go. We see Grand Forks and Fargo finally. The sun is taken away. They see a little bit of rain there. Fargo is going to see, possibly actually, is going to see thunder and lightning storms. The rest of the state starts to cloud over there. We see 69 in Minot, almost breaking 70 there. Bismarck staying very warm, 70 there. And Williston and Dickinson in the lower 60s, but still pretty warm. But as for our extended forecast for the week, we do see that the temperatures are not exactly where I'd like to see them, but they're going to dip down along with a little rain on Tuesday, and it's going to stay I don't know, pretty cloudy, a little chilly, but hopefully the way this weather is working, it'll pick back up again, this little bipolar spring, not spring thing that we're going through.
Well, you know what? It's rain. It's not snow.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to, look at the positive.
The snow is thawing.
Yes.
Even in the skies.
Yes, that's what we care about. It's at least warm enough for rain. So
yes,
remember that.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Gemma, for your weather forecast today.
All right. Well, that does wrap up our show. Like we said earlier, next week is spring break, so we will not be here. I'm sure, we're not going to be here next week. I'm sure we all have some great plans. Lexi, what do you got going on?
Yeah, I actually get to stay here in Minot and work, but, it's okay. Hopefully the weather looks up and we don't have rain. That'd be great, but I will take the rain because it's not snow. So do you have any fun plans for spring break?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
And I plan on completing Far Cry 3.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a lot of work ahead of me this week.
Very, very busy.
Busy.
I might do some Netflixing. That's pretty important. But we also, in 2 weeks, we have a Pizza Ranch fundraiser for the broadcasting department.
Cool.
So our students will be at Pizza Ranch, I think from 5 to 9 p.m. It's on the 23rd. And so you guys can come out, eat at Pizza Ranch. We'll be there helping out in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And so much of the proceeds will go to our department. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and that same night, we're going to be having a special edition of MSU Inside Out, where we're going to be showing Keith Ailes' video in its entirety. And yeah.
And then I think we just have the song of the week.
The song of the week is Getting Ready to Get Down.
Yes, that is correct.
I sound so old when I said that. I sound like Dad.
No,
Getting
you
Ready
didn't.
to
You're okay.
Get Down by Josh Ritter. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, once again, thank you for joining us at MSU Inside Out. I'm Jay Lurvy.
And I'm Alexus Arthur.
See ya.
Mama got to look at you and got a little worried. Papa got to look